Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the second half of the week. Hopefully, everybody's been having a good week thus far. Let's see who we may have in the chat. We have Silas. What's going on? Mel. Jax doesn't think that they can make it. So if Jax is gone, thanks for having been here. Tony, Pico, Youngblood, and Tevco. Unc, I bought a carbon fiber Nautilus V2. Very cool. Excellent. Do you have it yet, or are you waiting for it to arrive? Out of curiosity. How is everybody doing today? You're waiting? Okay, gotcha. Well, excited to have it come in for you and hear your thoughts. I got to try a couple Nautili, I don't know, while at Blade Show. Interestingly, that was one of the Ballys that I wasn't sure my final take on, because there was one that I flipped that I thoroughly enjoyed, but most of the Nautiluses, I don't know, Nautili that I had flipped weren't striking a chord with me. Let's see what's going on. 3 and Youngblood says, "Show the answer." Okay, I will show the answer. So this is the answer that I had gotten. This is number 11 from the production run. I don't know how well the color is coming up, but that is pink and yellow. Pink on the top and bottom and yellow in the middle, with the Wilhurst symbol, Foxhead on one side and LDY's branding on the other, and on the spine, first production run, number 11. Youngblood says, "It's so pretty." I agree. Don't dull it. I already dulled it. As a matter of fact, speaking of how Silas asks, how was Blade Show? I was the self-titled official duller of Bally's at Blade Show, because I had like 5 people come up to me because they knew I had sandpaper. Like 5 people come up to me asking if I could take the edge off of their Bally's for them. Flipping Gibby's Zen Pinless cheese right now. Nice. Tevco says, "No, yes, I dull everything, Tevco. I don't like getting cut. I like flipping. I don't need to flip things that'll cut me." Yeah, so, but as to everybody asking, how was Blade Show? Blade Show was absolutely amazing. There were parts that were very, very, very overwhelming, but all in all, it was absolutely amazing. And as it went on, the feeling of being overwhelmed dissipated significantly as I saw more people, met more people, got familiar with more faces. But yeah, I mean, just the entire experience was absolutely unbelievable. Tevco says, "Is that the only Bally that I bought?" Yes, it's the only Bally that I bought, but while there, I also did a handle swap with Dasuko. So now I have a multicolored cheese, where the yellow handle came from Dasuko and the blue handle was my original. And 3 says, "Amazing to meet you. Hope to experience it again next year. I have 5 new Ballys, Youngblood." Yeah, 3, it was amazing meeting you too. Like I said, I had seen you chit-chatting on the Discord, and I was I had gotten worried that that you were not going to actually be there. So when you introduced yourself to me, I was totally blown away. I was super excited. How much was the answer? It was, oh man, I don't even remember now. Was it? I want to say it was like 480, I think is what it was. I think. Um, how was Ballycomp? Ballycomp was cool. Ballycomp was really cool, and I was able to sit in the front row, like right behind the judges and to the side, so the judges weren't blocking me at all. But I was able to see everything as good as anyone other than the judges. It was pretty awesome. And then I had Will in the walkway right to the left of me, doing a bunch of shots and stuff. So yeah, it was super cool. It was really really neat. Um, what did you think of my canyon and the different versions? I liked the inserts much better than I liked the full casings that you had on the handles on the first day. But I enjoyed it. I mean, it was nice to be able to flip it. Definitely not something that I would go out and try to find one just like it. Um, but yeah, it was really cool. How did you like being able to flip some? I don't think you actually went through my collection and flipped like a whole lot of stuff. But I did hand you a couple things that I felt you needed to flip. How did you like that? I was sitting in on the floor on the front of Unc a lot. Pretty good view from the comp. Yep. Wait, did you flip Brandon's butter knife? Yes, yes, I did. I had met Brandon on Friday, and while we were chatting, he had said very anonymously that he had something that I absolutely needed to try. And my brain went blank. I didn't even realize what it was that he was handing me until I opened up my hand and saw that it was the butter knife. And it's a ridiculous balisong that can legitimately be flipped. It was crazy. Um, no, I did during the comp. Oh yes, you did. You did go through my bag. Um, yeah. So of all of my bellies that you had flipped three, which one was your favorite? Um, let's see. Then what else? Tevko says super good financial choices. Thank you. Um, let's see. Did I miss anything else? It's a NAMI level flipping trust. I flipped it. Wait, what is? Oh, the butterfly or the butter knife? Yeah. Well, I don't know about NAMI level, but then again, uh, yeah, I don't know. Acid Bowl was also really, really cool. Got to see a lot of people flip that I had never seen flip before or never like knew were in the hobby. And it was really, really cool. And Paul got some solid recognition at the end of it because of everything that Paul does for the community. It was really cool. And then Brian says, Scott, I miss you, homie. I miss you too, Brian. It was so awesome getting to hang out with you as much as I did. It was absolutely great. Freaking Balisong, yo, what's going on, Tony? How are we doing? Yeah, so those were my two, like, I came out of it with a Dasuko handle swap and an LDY Will Hirsch answer. And then just I got rid of all of the pass arounds that I was holding on to. I was able to hand those off to their respected places. I was able to get my rep back from Grim. Yeah, it was really cool. I got to meet so many people. I can't even I'm not even going to try to like just start naming out everybody that I got to meet because I guarantee I'm going to miss somebody. But or a lot of people. But yeah, it was awesome. It was absolutely amazing. Got to meet with a lot of people, got to do a lot of things, got to flip a lot of things. I would have loved your rep if it wasn't binding. Yeah, I don't know. It's flipping fine for me, but I'm not so picky with regards to that, so long as it opens and closes. Um, yeah. What questions do you guys have with regards to Blade? I know a lot of you in the chat were there, but not everybody. Um, let's see. Monday was very, very, very overwhelming. It was very people. So by like Monday late morning, early afternoon, what's the bally or the best bally in your opinion that you flipped there? So of everything that I had flipped, there were two Bali's that really, really stood out to me as being absolutely amazing Bali's feel in the hand wise. And both of them were prototypes that I don't know will ever see the light of day, but I'm hoping and crossing my fingers that they will. And that was a Will Hirsch Machine Wise collaboration prototype. That was absolutely amazing. The balance, the feel in the hand, everything about it was absolutely just right up my alley. It ticked all the boxes. And then there was a prototype Bali that I saw at the LDY booth that I don't believe was actually an LDY prototype, but was there at the booth. Got a little bit of information about it, but not a whole lot. But it had a comb blade with Tony says, did he have that at Blade? Yes, he did. And then titanium handles. And it had like octagonal handles, kind of like my my Orion S does, which I really like that handle shape. It was really, really great. Yeah, the LDY Proto is by Frank's own company, PZ Balisong or something. Okay. Yeah, because that Bali, that thing, I loved the feel in the hand. I loved the balance, and I loved the fact that it was a comb blade, and it was a different looking comb blade. It was like dual tone. It was really neat. I liked it. Yeah, it was there. Did you not flip it? Who'd you hang out with the most? Man, I don't know. I mean, I was kind of spread all over the place. I hung out a lot with Grim. I hung out a lot with Jack and Shroom and Brian, and in the pit was right there with Tony almost all the time. Um, there was one day where I was sitting on the end of a bench, and Ethan was sitting in front of me, and him and I were chatting while Will was to the left of me, surrounded by a bunch of kids and flippers, asking him a bunch of questions, and he just kept handing me Bali after Bali to flip. So while I'm talking with Ethan, I'm being handed Balis by Will Hirsch, and that was a moment. But I don't know that I guess probably the majority of my time was with Jack and Shroom and everybody that they were hanging out with. But I spent a lot of time hanging out with Ethan. I spent a completely unbelievable amount of time hanging out with Will. I got to meet a couple people who come to the streams that I didn't expect to be able to meet. Yeah, like lots of people, lots and lots of people. Nah, I didn't go through Will's stuff too much. I barely saw him. And then Brian says, sorry I kept walking up to you, but I had to keep checking on you and making sure you were having fun. No, I truly appreciate it. What's going on, Odo? Yeah, no, I truly appreciate it. Because one of the things that I was very, very open about going into Blade Show was that a lot of people kind of freak me out. So, Brian, the fact that you just kept checking on me and making sure that I was okay was truly appreciated. Let's see. Yeah, same with Odo. Odo was another one of the people that I just spent so much time with. It was absolutely amazing getting to meet you and interact with you, Odo. That was so cool. Of course, anytime, Scott. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. All right. Let's see. So yeah, and then so we had Blade Show. I got into town on Thursday Just hung out with lots of people Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. Then Blade Show started on Friday. I got into the early bird line, hanging out with a bunch of people while we were waiting there, and then Micah and I beelined it to the LDY booth. I am fairly confident that my acquisition of the answer was actually the first purchase made at the LDY booth Friday morning. Yeah, so I think I bought the first in-person answer, unless other makers had gone over there before we had gotten there. Darn, I got ignored. Sag. How did you get ignored? You didn't get ignored by me, did you? Yeah, so then by like late morning, basically right after I got the answer, I was like almost peopled out and was doing my best not to make it back to the hotel and just take a nap immediately, because there were just, I was not prepared for that many people. I know that everybody had tried their best to prepare me for the number of people that were going to be there, but by the time I got the answer, I was trying to make it hour by hour, without going to the hotel. And each hour, thankfully, it was getting better. And as noted earlier, Brian kept checking on me, which helped. And I mean, just the whole thing was amazing. So then, man, what happened to them? Then I mean, Friday Pit was great. That's where I got to finally get to meet Ethan, meet Will, hang out with both of them, flip a lot of stuff. What's going on, Saruman? How we doing? And then Saturday we had my Saturday morning stream. Or Saturday afternoon stream. Then we had Bali Comp, which was all. Oh, Friday also had Acid Bowl. Saturday we had my stream. We had Bali Comp. We had Blaze Pizza. We had all types of stuff. I'm probably forgetting something. And then Sunday was wrapping up Blade Show. Going to lunch with Will and Ethan and Dasuko, and Prism and Liz, and then helping set up the bite handle rave, which was awesome. And then the bite handle rave, then dinner afterwards, and then I stayed until Tuesday. So then Monday went to the aquarium, the Atlanta Aquarium, which was absolutely unbelievable. Had my first experience with Waffle House, which was good food, interesting service. And then said goodbye to everybody. And Tuesday it was waking up and going to the airport. Let's see. I want to make a vid on the answer, be the first one, LOL. I know that there have been some shorts. I should probably do a video on the answer. I got to do a video on Blade Show as a whole and the experience. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Oops, flipping, Gibby's Zen Pinless Cheese. Yep. Tony, do it. I'm dying to see a review. This has no right to be this good. Oh, the cheese with no Zen pins. It's got to be. I mean, I would think that it would be better than the Q-tips that were previously in it for Zen pins, because that made it very, very uncomfortably mushy, as far as I'm concerned. Wrap up at Blade is so much fun. Not gonna lie. It's finally quiet, and it's only people you know most of the time. I want to go there. Atlanta Aquarium. Yeah, Atlanta Aquarium was really awesome. Did you get any footage of you at Blade? I didn't get much of me at Blade. I got some pan through shots. I got a lot of videos from the aquarium, which doesn't necessarily help. Um, but but I think I have enough that I can put some pictures and some pan through videos and some voiceover in to possibly do a video on Blade Show. I definitely didn't like make a vlog out of the whole thing because I was there for the people. Um, I need to stay even longer next year and go to the aquarium. If you haven't been to the aquarium yet, Tony, you really should because it was amazing. We were there forever because there is so much to do and so much to see, but it was really, really, really cool. Let's see what else. Dasuko and I were going to get our handle swap Blade Show 2026 Bally's laser engraved, but the booth that does engravings didn't have the ventilation necessary to do laser engraving on Teflon because that's a noxious fume that you don't want to breathe in. Unc, please come to Blade, Texas. I don't know about Texas or West, just simply because it costs so much for me to get to Blade Show East, both in excuse me, in travel as well as lodging. I don't know that I would be able to justify the other ones, but we'll see. Unc's not leaving the community anytime, I would say anytime soon, but Unc's not leaving the community. So at some point here, I might be able to make it to Blade Show, Texas, but I can't make any promises as to when. Saruman, we should just fly together to Atlanta next year. That would be awesome. Yeah, so what else? What else? Saruman says we need to. Yes, you guys need to. Make your way to Blade Show East if at all possible. That would be so awesome seeing you guys. But yeah, I mean, the thing that I got out of it, the big thing that I got out of it was just validation that the Balisong community is in fact as like awesome and kind and caring and amazing as the reception that I have received virtually since I started doing all of this. I got that same experience there. It was really, really cool. So it's definitely something as far as like, will I ever go again? Absolutely. I will do everything within my power to make it to every Blade Show East at least moving forward. What's going on, Gator? How are you? Welcome to the show. I'm glad that I was able to meet you at Blade Show. That was so awesome. Youngblood says, honestly, I'm going to start talking to Unc at Blade, flipping a random knife until he realizes it's me, or I tell him like an hour later, LMAO. That's probably, well, I don't think that's how that would happen because eventually, pretty quickly, I think I would ask, I would pull out my phone and ask, what's your handle? And as soon as you told me, I would know exactly who you were. But yeah, I mean, it was really, really cool. There were a number of people, way more than I expected. I mean, not a like crazy number, but way more than I expected, that came up to me and knew who I was and were introducing themselves to me. And that was unexpected. It was really surreal, because I was expecting I was going to be walking up to, most people, introducing myself, and a lot of people recognized me. A lot of people I didn't really have to introduce myself to, and that wasn't what I was anticipating for my first Blade show, never having met any of these people before. It was really, really neat. I really tried hard to take a lot more pictures this year, and even then, I still wanted to take more. Yeah, understandable. Shout out Bali Unc. What's going on, 2-Bit? How are we doing? Welcome to the show. How was your Blade show? How did everything wrap up for you? I also got to meet 2-Bit. That was awesome. Yeah, how was your Blade show? I mean, Tony did with 50 story posts, LOL. Yeah, I tried to capture what I could, but it was just very, very, very overwhelming. So the best I did, because I knew I would come home a dead man otherwise, is I got a lot of selfies of me and as many people as I could get selfies with. Because my wife is a scrapbooker, so she's gonna scrapbook the Blade Show 2026, and all of those photos. So that was cool, or that will be cool. Gator says, "Did you did the aquarium?" Yes, I did. I did the aquarium on Monday, and it was amazing. Especially the large tank that has the whale shark in it, was just, I mean, mind blowing. Just how vast that entire pool of water was, to contain the number of manta rays and the whale shark, and other various types of sharks. And it was super cool. You went to the botanical gardens? That's awesome. It was the best of times. I am glad to hear that. I am glad to hear that. What's going on, Pico? How are we doing? How are we doing? So yeah, I did not come out of Blade Show with much to show for, besides memories and experiences and photos. But like I said, I did do a handle swap with Dasuko, which was really, really cool. And I did pick up the answer, which was really, really cool. And from Grim, I got back my rep, which is really, really cool. Let's see. All right. I didn't, interestingly, I did not spend a whole lot of time learning, because one thing that I did realize in sitting there watching, I did try an Orion V2. Yes, I did. I still prefer my Orion S over any other Orion that I have touched to date. I absolutely love the feel of this thing, everything about it. So while I did try the Orion V2, for me personally, it doesn't hold a candle to the Orion S. But what was I gonna say? Shoot, now I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm not staying, but cool mismatched cheese. Thank you very much, Jax. Welcome to the show, and have a great evening. That's what I was going to say. Did you learn any tricks from people? So I was hoping that I was going to be able to do that, but yeah, I tried to watch other people do the whole, like, okay, do this, okay, I did it. Now do this, okay, I did it. Now do this, okay, I did it. Got it, got it. And my mind was completely blown. The first time somebody said, okay, do this, I was totally lost, whereas who they were teaching or instructing immediately got it. I am a slow-mo video learner. I am not a I can't do like like, oh, what do you call it? How people play Bally, where you just, somebody does something and they see it and the next person just does it. That's not how I learn. So no, I did not actually learn a whole lot while I was there, but I did get a number of tips. One of which from Ethan when I was talking about my working on my ladders and my not having the finger strength that I was shooting for, or that I needed to get consistent with the ladders. And Ethan had noted that, while I have gotten a lot of practice with the regular twirl, um, uh, recommended that I work on the underhand twirl to build finger strength. And as soon as I started doing that, uh, I immediately felt it in my fingers. I can't do it for very long, which indicates to me that that is a good practice for building finger strength. So I've been doing that a lot in hopes that it will make my ladders a little smoother. So the one I'll say one training session that I had that was a very, very, very Unc friendly training session was with Ethan during the bite handle rave, where he had, kind of worked me into the underhand. I think it's the underhand twirl. So, is that a thing you actually did? Wait, what? Play. Same slow-mos are better than tutorials. Oh, Bali is stupid. LMAO. Is that a thing you actually is? So is what a thing that I actually did, 3? I think I missed the context of your question. And to answer your previous question, do I think that this is even better than Odo's Orion? I think that this is better than every Orion that I have ever touched. I'm fairly confident that, though Odo can confirm or deny, I'm fairly confident that I have tried Odo's Orion, but the Orion S is the Orion for me. Playing Bali a thing you actually did? No, no. I cannot play Bali because if I see somebody do something that I don't know how to do, I don't know how to do it. I can't piece it together like that. So no, I did not play. I did not play Bali. I was just using that as an example of like how some people can watch somebody do something and then immediately do the same thing. I'm not one of those people. I am a learn by very high resolution slow mo, preferably a slow mo. Let's see, what else did I flip that? So I tried the, I know a lot of people were asking me about the, what is it called? The, shoot. What is the Buffness's ballet called? Crap, I lost the name of it. I don't recall. The flagship. So I tried that. That flipped really well. I tried the new Zyzix variant. Has shorter handles and it has some holes cut out on the blade. That one flipped. It flipped well. It is not my preference. I prefer the longer handles on the Zyzix. I flipped. Oh, what else? There was something else that I was going to mention. I tried the Aeon. I tried the Peon. What else did I try? Oof. Oh, I got to try Will's jawbone ballet. That flipped really well. That one is the jawbone of a fox. I also got to try Shroom's jawbone, which is a jawbone of a red panda, if I recall correctly. The Seraph was crap. I hate I get the hate now. Okay. I don't mind the Serif. I don't. I like the thinner handles that Machine Wise has. Makes for easier fanning for me. Um, it does not make for easier like twirls. It twists around in my hands a lot, so I get that. But the choker fan is just so much easier to do on something that has those thin handles. I did get to try a spider knife again. It wasn't Ethan's, but it was still a spider knife. That was fun. Um, let's see what else. And then oh, what's the guy's name? Wilford Richards. Yeah, from Polecat Balisong. Had me try almost his entire collection of like, prototype stuff. And that was pretty cool. Thankfully didn't cut myself while doing it because all of his stuff was ridiculously sharp. It's just long and weird. The Serif, yeah, I get that. Let's think here. What else? I ended up getting my Squid Industries keychain, my Nabalis cheese keychain. I got my beaver patch. Paul from Acid Works sent me home with this tin that I haven't really even super dived into yet, but it's got a really big Acid Works microfiber cloth that's sparkly. A Moranza patch, a squiggly line patch. I'm not quite sure what that is. A Zizix keychain, and then some. Oh, that's a Zika. Okay, that makes sense. Moranza, Zika, and then some stickers. So yeah, this was cool, and I guess this holds up to like 4 or 5 Bally's if you want to put them in there. So that was cool. Yeah, beaver patch, yo, super awesome. Then I think that's just about it. I'm running out of oh yeahs. Interestingly, I'm not happy about it, but totally forgot that I had my OTF comb in my bag when I was checking my luggage. So this did not get checked with all of my knives. This was still in my carry-on, and I didn't realize it until I went through TSA check, the security check point, and they were like, yeah, there's something in this pocket. Let's open it up. And I was like, oh yeah, that's going to be my bit driver. It always goes off. And she pulled out that, and I totally freaked out because I thought that they were going to take it away because it's an OTF. But she opened it up, saw it was a comb. I'm like, it's a comb, and she's like, no, yep, you're fine. And they let me keep it. I was terrified, but oh my gosh, it was, huh. Brian says, was it you that kept handing me comb blades? And I was just like, is this a joke? I don't think so, because I only have, my OTF and then my Orion S. And that's it. I don't have any other comb blades. So no, it was not me that kept handing you comb blades. But I was on the lookout for comb blades. The one at let me try that again. The prototype that was at LDY's booth probably would be my favorite comb blade, because I think that was actually better than this. What's going on, Mystic? How are we doing today? It was either you or MCK. Maybe it was Matt. I don't think it was me, but who knows? It might have been. But I would have just been handing you the same like this and my OTF again and again. So I don't think it was me. I have like an inch long slip joint on my knee, and I only remembered them after I went through TS. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. What's going on, Ethan? How we doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the second half of the week. How was Blade Show for you now that you are back home? Doing great. How was Blade? Blade was awesome. I did not come back with too much more than I left with, but I did pick up the answer in a sweet pink and yellow, number 11 in the first production run. And I did do a handle swap with Dasuko. So I got the yellow handle from Dasuko. This one was an interesting one because we took the handles off and traded them, and we were putting them together as we were waiting for comp to get started. And in doing so, we realized Dasuko had to come back over to me because their Bali was just super, super, super loose. And I was glad that Dasuko came back over because I couldn't get my handle on. And we realized that there is a noticeable difference in the gap between their yellow handle and my blue handle. So we had to swap washers too, because my washers were almost twice as thick as their washers were. But once we did the washer swap as well, everything went together fine and it flips absolutely perfectly. That was those were basically my two takeaways, Mystic. And then beyond that was just community engagement, meeting people, having people introduce themselves to me, just absolutely amazing. Let's see, doing great. How was my, okay, got that. Hello, Eat Ham. It was nice to meet you. You as well. Yo, Ethan, it was great hanging out with you again. Was fun chatting about our new valleys. Likewise, dude, I wish I wish we could have gotten more time or more of a chance to chat. There is always next year. Scott, do you have a 6061 cheese? Are they different thicknesses? Yes, mine is 6061 also. So wait, yeah, 6061. So the handles aren't different thicknesses that I can tell. It's just the I don't know, clearance, I guess, between that's allowed for the blade and the washers on the blue is a lot wider than it is on the yellow. So they were probably different runs. So Dasuko's was probably newer than mine, and maybe they widened them out. I am not sure, but like I said, once we swapped the washers, everything went together perfectly. Gibby's cheese 60-65 or 70-75? I think Gibby's is 60-65. As far as how you can tell, I think it's just a matter of, unless you have two to compare, where you would then be able to see if it's heavier or denser. I think you just have to know roughly about when it was purchased, because 70-70, they didn't switch over to 70-75 until a couple of months ago. I got my cheese in December of this last year, so I know that they weren't doing 70-75 then. Because we compared the 60-61 and 70-75 and the handles were slightly different thicknesses. Wondering if that change was before or during the 70-75 change. I don't know. It was fun chatting with you, Scott, and chat. Have a great rest of the day, y'all. Bye, Brian. It was great having you join the chat. And again, it was absolutely amazing getting to hang out with you as much as I did at Blade Show. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Let's see. What else? Now that I have the rep back, I'm possibly going to do a temporary blade swap to try the rep blade in my Stitch V2 or Stitch V1. So that's something that is potentially on the horizon, but I'm not rushing that. Let's see, what else? Man, that's everything that I can think of. I mean, but again, basically my takeaway of the whole thing was it was a great experience. Um, and next year is going to be better because I'm not going to be as anxious and nervous and um, uh, overwhelmed as I was this year because I'll be getting to see a lot of faces that I've already seen, people that I've already met and talked to. But yeah, it was just great. It was absolutely amazing. Um, yeah, Blade Show was to me it was validation that the community is in fact as warm and welcoming, kind and supportive in person, in the real life, as they have been, to me, virtually since I've been starting all of my flipping journey and posting online and doing my streams and all that stuff. Um, so yeah, it was great. Uh, one of the best experiences I've ever had in my entire life. Um, yeah, just wonderful. Um, and that's the only thing. I mean, I think I've kind of run through everything. Do you guys have any questions for me that we haven't already gone through yet? Um, I think I've gone over most of the Bally's that I can name that I had flipped. Um, yeah, Bally Comp was awesome. Bryson won. First time ever having somebody win two of them. So that was cool. Uh, yeah, I mean, all in all, just the whole experience was really really neat. Um, yeah. So that's basically all I got for you guys today. I'll keep on flipping for a little bit, and you guys ask any questions that you may have. But otherwise, we'll probably start getting things wrapped up pretty shortly here. That was not great. I have been shirking my practice with the choker fan because I don't know why. I just have. Because when I've been at home, I can just drill the choker fan nonstop. But when I'm around a bunch of other people who are just doing wicked, wild, amazing flipping, uh, I didn't feel like just drilling one thing again and again and again. How's the answer been treating you? Have you noticed your opinions change after trying it in a more calm environment? So the interesting thing that I noticed is I kind of had a full reset because Monday I didn't do much flipping at all because no Bally's at the aquarium, so I was Bally free on for the vast majority of Monday. Um, and then Tuesday was travel, unpacking, family time. So I didn't do much flipping yesterday. But last night when I was flipping, this thing seemed ridiculously heavy to me. And that was because, so no flipping, essentially no flipping on Monday. And the vast majority of Saturday, at least the second half of Saturday, because we had the bite handle rave. I was flipping my canvas by Lifrix, so like that was just so light in my hand, and I had done hours of consecutive flipping with it that 2 days later when I picked this up to start flipping it, yeah, like I said, it seemed like my brain had just been reset, and all of a sudden this seemed like a very heavy Bally. So this doesn't feel heavy anymore. It doesn't feel laborious to flip. So at this point, nothing has changed as far as I'm concerned. I still absolutely love everything about this thing. Like I don't even want to get into it and start messing around with the weights yet because because I love how this thing feels. I love the balance of it. It's just, yeah, absolutely peak. Um, and then how was the aquarium? The aquarium was really awesome. I was completely blown away by all of the things that there were to do and see there. I mean, we got there, I think we started around 2, and we didn't leave until the aquarium closed. And I think that was like 9 o'clock. So we were there for about 7 hours. By the end of it, I was freezing cold, which I was not expecting to say anywhere that I went in Atlanta, because it was so hot and muggy the whole time. Almost every time I went outside, my glasses fogged up. Um, let's see. Can you name a fish? Wait. Can you name a fish I can turn into a Bali? Um, hmm. How about the marlin? A marlin fish. That you could probably do something like that. People wonder why I always had a sweatshirt. That's exactly why. Going into the freezing building and day ruined. Yeah, no, totally get it. Swordfish would be a good one too. Do it better than squid. I did get to flip a swordfish too. That was on my list of things that I wanted to try. Got to try it, so that was pretty neat. I flipped a lot of very, to me, very obscure things that sounded really, really, really pretty. But for the life of me, I couldn't tell you, what it was, because I didn't take a picture of everything that I flipped. I probably should have. But again, the first day, I was literally just trying to survive and not go back to my hotel from being overwhelmed. So most of my flipping was done on Saturday and Sunday. And by Saturday and Sunday, most of my photos were more like, hey, I want a selfie with these awesome people that I'm meeting. So less photos of the valleys, more photos with the people. But I'll make something with it, one way or the other. All right, what else should I flip? I haven't flipped the rep in so long. I wonder how this probably choker fan's okay if I can get the grip on it. I'm sure I can. Oh, that's got a lot of weight. Hmm. Getting that momentum there is. Oh, yeah. No, I don't like it. Not not choker fanning it well. Either way. All right. We'll give you guys a couple more minutes if you have any other questions or any other comments or anything like that. But otherwise, I think we're probably going to start wrapping things up. I don't think, I mean, people told me that hey, what's going on, Glacier? How are you? How was Blade Show for you? By the way, welcome to the show. Welcome to the second half of the week. But how did you like Blade Show? All in all, was it a win experience for you? Sean says it was great to meet you. Much love. Thank you so much, Sean. You are amazing. I appreciate it. And Glacier says good, very fun. I'm so glad that you had fun and that it was a good experience for you. Um, like I said, it was. I mean, it was one of those experiences that like just really solidified. This is something that I I need to make the Blade Show East pilgrimage each year. It was great to have so many new faces at Blade that seemed to have an awesome time. Um, yeah, I know everybody that I talked to that said that it was their first year. They were saying that they were having a good time and getting to meet a lot of people. And some people, I had kind of helped be like, I think I introduced at least one person to you. And yeah, it was really cool being able to interact with the people who, just like me, you know were, there for their first time, and unlike me, maybe didn't have, as widespread a set of connections in the community yet. And a lot of people, I have been obnoxious reaching out to people ever since I started flipping. So most of the people that I wanted to meet were familiar with me, either because we run in the same crowds, or because I have just irritated the crap out of them with messages. Anyways, loved to see the flipping comp. I agree. Comp was awesome. Acid Bowl was awesome. But also just chilling in the pit, watching people just flip naturally, was really, really cool. And the fact that like anytime you went to the pit, everybody was sitting there. Everybody, the first thing that you do as soon as you sit down at the pit is you open up your case and you put it in front of you, and then you just start flipping and you wait for somebody to ask, "Hey, can I try this?" And you ask, "Hey, can I try that?" And it's just like, while as Ethan had noted in his pre-Blade show, video, there are ways to go about doing it. You got to ask permission and all that stuff. But the fact that, I mean, the first thing that any of the flippers do as soon as they get into the pit is they lay out their ballies so that other people can try them. Like, it isn't a, "These are mine, don't touch them." It's a, "These are mine, try it, give it out, or give it a shot." Who won Acid Bowl? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I could not tell you. But everybody who flipped in the Acid Bowl was absolutely amazing. I was thoroughly impressed. There were a number of people that, after having seen them flip in the Acid Bowl, I ended up like tracking them down afterwards, finding them in the crowd, and letting them know, just how much I thought their flipping was just unbelievable. So was cool to hang out with other flippers and try ballies. Yes, agreed. It was definitely an experience. And I met, so I'm from Michigan, and I met some people I already knew were from Michigan who were there. But some other people some other people that I had met there, I learned are from like really, really, really close to me in Michigan. So hopefully sometime this summer or fall, once things settle down a little bit for me, I will see if I can, kind of pull together a Michigan Flippers meetup of some sort. We'll see. I think that would be really cool. I think still here. What? Oh, still here. Oh, one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. I can tell you who it wasn't, but that doesn't seem like something that you really publicize. Um, so, but all in all, I mean, Blade Show was awesome. Absolutely amazing. I would definitely recommend it for anybody who has not been, um, anybody who's ever thought about going, and anybody who hasn't made it to East but has gone to other Blade shows. I can't speak to how East compares to anything else, but it was, I mean, it was an experience that was nothing but good. So that was, I mean, my experience anyways. Absolutely great. So I think that's probably going to do it for today. I can't think of anything else that I haven't covered yet. But like I said, East is way better than Texas, at least. Okay, good to know. Yeah, that's what that's what I hear, because Texas is a lot smaller. But I mean, so long as I think for me, I would enjoy going to any of them, just because, again, for me, like it was very much. I mean, I was kind of there for the knives. This one I was very there for. But other than that, I was there for the people, for the community engagement, and I think that I would get that in Texas, and I think that I would get that in West too. But for me, East is closer, and I know that East is the bigger one, so it just made sense for me. Um, I think that takes us probably about to the end of it. I'm literally hitting my 1 hour mark right now. So we can probably wrap things up and shut things down. To all of my lurkers that have not been chatting in the stream, I thank you. As I always do, I truly appreciate any lurkers that I have just tuning in, listening to my chit chat while flipping my bellies. I appreciate you guys. For everybody who was in the chat, thank you for your engagement. Thank you for hanging out with me. And anybody that I met at Blade Show, thank you for the experience. It was absolutely amazing. For the time being, though, I think we are all set. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hi. We'll see you guys in the next one. Love you.